Hello again, everybody. This is Rocket Rick J18, and today I'm going to do a video response for Dan at Cases Loaded. And what Dan wants us to do is to show some cards of one of the members of the 600 Home Run Club. I've chosen one that was not my favorite player, not from one of my favorite teams. In fact, he played on some teams that overall I probably don't care for too much because they either beat or were bitter rivals of one of the teams that I do like. So that player is Albert Pujols. And if you take a look at what Albert accomplished over the course of his career, and especially during the years early in his career when he was just an absolutely remarkable player. Some might say that he hung on a little too long, but he did manage to achieve some career numbers that are almost unparalleled. So we're going to take a look at some of the cards from my collection. I have not really sought to collect Albert particularly. So a lot of my cards are just, regular base cards, which I kind of picked to show off some various things in his career. And so I guess without any further conversation on my part, let's look at some baseball cards. The first card that we're going to look at a little closer is the Cardinals team card from 2023. And the photograph in the card shows Albert in the middle being congratulated by all of his teammates and celebrating his remarkable career. And this is the Cardinal team card from the base set. It's card number 234, and it has just some of the great things that happened and farewells for both Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina. And Albert, of course, began and ended his career with the Cardinals, so it's only fitting that it be celebrated this way. The next card is the base card from the 2023 set of Albert saluting the fans again, probably trying to get at the idea of saying goodbye. And this is card number 5, which of course was Albert's uniform number. The next cards are cards from the 2022 set, and they include this card, number 313, which celebrates some of his records. Albert finished his career with 3,384 hits, which ranks him ninth all time in hits. So we know that he's behind some players, that you just, Pete Rose, Ty Cobb, Hank Aaron, Stan Musial, and players of that caliber. He also hit 703 home runs in his career, one of only 4 players to reach the 700 level. He had 2,218 RBIs, and his career batting average was .296. So, like Mickey Mantle, he stayed to get up to that 700 level, and it didn't cost him dipping below 300 because he was already below 300. But he had some numbers that are absolutely insane early in his career, and then he just for whatever reason declined and just didn't perform at that level anymore. But next card is also from the 2022 update set, and this is his base card from that update set, card number 300. And there's a look at his career stats at the end of the 2022 season, or 2021 season, rather. He had 679 home runs, but he hadn't hit 21 home runs since the 2019 season when he had 25. His batting average had definitely dipped below 300 several years earlier. Let's go back and take a look at the back of his base card number 5 and just focus on some of those stat lines. Just unbelievable numbers. It's 2,218 RBIs, as we mentioned, 703 home runs. But he hit 24 home runs in 2022, which was actually more home runs than he hit in the previous 2 seasons combined. Probably no reason to believe that that he was going to reach that number, because he hadn't done it in quite a while. Career slugging average 544, OPS read that 918 for his career. And his career WAR just over 100. So he got some numbers, career numbers, and his WAR had actually dipped below 100. You can see if we look at his 22 numbers, his WAR was 99, and that had declined somewhat over the previous couple of years. So, it's really remarkable, the season that he had in his final season. So the last card from this 2022 update set that we're going to look at is One Last Dance, and that is Albert with Yadier Molina. And I think that's one of the pitchers. I bet Wainwright, Adam Wainwright, maybe. Let's see if it says on the back. It focuses on. It doesn't really say on the back either, but it focuses on Yadier Molina and Albert Pujols. Albert's certainly a first ballot Hall of Famer. Molina depends on how you view his career. He certainly has a chance to get into the Hall of Fame, but whether or not he does is another issue altogether. The 2022 base card pictures Albert in a Dodgers uniform, and he has number 55, or double 5. So that's Albert in the Dodgers uniform. He didn't really play very, very well for the Dodgers. His stat line looked like it was going to decline again, and so he was basically traded to the Cardinals so he could close out his career with them, which I thought was a nice move, classy move on the part of two teams that were bitter rivals for the Pirates back in the 70s when the Pirates were good, and so it's not teams that I usually say nice things about, but that's certainly was a classy thing to do. The next card that I have to show you is one from his playing days with the Angels. This is the 2019 Topps card, number 437, which is his base card with the Angels. And then we're going to go back to card number 2010, when he was with the Cardinals before he was a free agent and went to the Angels. So this is his 2010 Heritage card, which is in the style of the 1961 Topps set, and it shows his most valuable player awards 3 times: 2005, 2008, 2009. I always like the back of these cards also. So one of 4 players with 3 NL MVP awards. Of course, Campanella was one. Barry Bonds, of course, won 7 MVP awards, I believe. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And I'm not sure I know who the other one was, but probably if I thought about it. But you don't want to sit here and watch me think. It's not a pretty sight. Also from that same set is the All-Star card. And of course, Albert was All-Star at first base. He started his career as a third baseman and a little bit in the outfield. Here's the back of his card number 464. And here is his 1961 style 2010 Topps Heritage card number 1. And just note at this stage of his career, he had 1,717 hits, 1,112 RBIs, 366 home runs, and a cumulative batting average of .334. So that gives you an idea of how far down his batting average went in the second half of his career. Although he maintained his power numbers pretty well, and even his total hits in the second half of his career. So this is kind of at the midpoint of his career and the beginning of his decline. The next card is also from the Topps Heritage, or the Bowman Heritage set, I'm sorry, from 2010. And this is in a style that is, I think, supposed to be reminiscent of the 1956 Bowman proof cards, which I think Keith Olbermann owns, or did own at one time at least. And that's kind of I thought of having a Bowman Heritage card was not a bad idea either. And it does show his stat line for I'm sorry, I said 2010. Obviously, this is 2003. I think they got out of order there. That's all right, though. And the next card is from the 2002 Topps Heritage set, and that is card number 364. And of course, they're in the style of the 1953 Topps, so it's certainly a nice looking card. They're not as nice looking as the original 1953 Topps cards, but still pretty decent. The next card that I have to show you is from his 2010 Topps set, and it is card number 100. And this is his, I believe this is his last card as a Cardinal, and I'm not 100% sure of that. Let me just go back and look at something else real quick. Yeah, 2011 was his final year with the Cardinals. So I had that off by a year. But anyway, um, at this stage of his career, he certainly had achieved some really massive numbers, and looked like he was maybe on his way to something really significant. But I mean, just take a look at the 334 cumulative batting average, an OPS over 1,000, slugging average 625. Babe Ruth's slugging average, I believe, is 690, and that's by far and away the highest ever. Give you an idea. I remember this because they had exactly the same number. Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle's career slugging averages were both 577. And you can see, although Albert never quite got up to the level that Babe Ruth was at, but then again, nobody else has either. So it's pretty staggering numbers there. The next card I have to show you is from the 2002 Topps base set. This is card number 719, which depicts his Rookie of the Year award. There aren't but a handful of players who, won Rookie of the Year and an MVP. Not very many. Albert did them both in the National League. I know Dick Allen won the Rookie of the Year award in the National League and an MVP in the American League. And there are others too. Fred Lynn obviously won a Rookie of the Year award and an MVP in the same season, which is really remarkable. So anyway, that's just many highlights for Albert's career. And here is the actual base card, which is card number 160, the Rookie Cup card. In the old days, this would have been his rookie card. It's not now, but because they, the update sets and the special sets like the Bowman, they put the rookie cards in a place where, if you're a set collector, they're a little harder to get. You have to go out and either buy the update sets or buy the cards individually. But this is still a pretty interesting card. One of the things that's really interesting about it is the photograph on the back is not Albert Pujols. It's actually Placido Polanco. Not sure how they made that mistake, but occasionally those things do. It is an uncorrected error. I believe, at least I'm not aware of any corrected cards on that. If somebody knows differently, please make a comment. The last three cards are our rookie cards. All of the cards that you have seen so far came out of sets, complete sets that I either put together or bought as a complete set. The The next three cards are rookie cards of one variety or another. This is his 2001 Fleer, and of course it in a PSA 9. It shows him as a third base outfielder and has the rookie designation on it. I do remember when he came up, he made a huge splash right from the very beginning. Just hit everything. So these are his stat lines from Peoria in 2000. He then went to Potomac, and then finally ended up with 3 games and 14 at-bats in Memphis. And no Major League Baseball experience, but he more than made up for that. In his rookie year, he hit .329, slugged .610, had 136 RBIs with 37 home runs and 194 hits. He also stole a base, which Albert was never very fleet-footed, but when you hit the ball as hard as he did, you didn't have to rely much on speed. Here's another Topps rookie card. This is from the Topps Traded set in 2001 and features both Rookies of the Year in both the National League and the American League. Ichiro in the American League, Albert in the National League. And this card is card number 299 in a near mint PSA 8 grade. Not very often do you see 2 rookies who achieve the kind of Hall of Fame careers that Albert Pujols and Ichiro achieved. I mean, just absolutely remarkable. Very rare to have 2 players of that stature on the same card as rookies. And then finally, this is one of his official rookie cards. It is also, I believe, the card which is designated by PSA, the PSA rookie designation, rookie card designation, if you want to collect rookie cards of modern players for the PSA registry. This is the card you would have to get. It's the Topps Chrome rookie card, number T247, and it's a nice card to have. I'm glad to have it in my collection. So that's what I have to show you about Albert Pujols. Obviously, only one of 4 players to reach the 700 level. Barry Bonds was in first place. Hank Aaron in second place with 762, 755 respectfully. In third place is Babe Ruth with 714 home runs, and Albert Pujols in fourth place all time with 703 home runs. Alex Rodriguez came very close. I believe he ended up with 696 home runs. 696 home runs, but just under 700. He was one of 9 players to reach 600 home runs. The first to do so was Babe Ruth, And the second to do so was Willie Mays. And for a long time, they were the only two members of the 600 Club, joined by a number of other Sammy Sosa, Jim Thome, Ken Griffey Jr., Alex Rodriguez, and I'm missing one, but you get the idea. Not very many. Who ended up with 600 home runs? Say that obviously, if you hit 700, you also hit 600, so that's why there are 9 members. Well, there you have it. That's all I have for you today, and we'll put a link to Dan Cases Loaded at Cases Loaded, so that you can go to his website and participate in this contest, his contest. So this is my entry, the VR, and you've got everything that I have. I've got other Pujols cards which you could see, but they're base cards. They're not anything remarkable. They just come out of sets that I've collected over the years. So anyway, there's Albert Pujols for you. And this is Rocket Rick J18, wishing that all your collecting dreams come true.